I've seen like you've funded founders now who are really experienced, like the Hocco guys, and come with decades of experience and have a setup of their own, etc. To people who are really young and come with somewhat experience but an idea and have done a little bit of work in that space. In that whole thing, I mean, have you seen any? Because I think all of them are at a level playing field once you start. Once you become a founder, whether you're 45, 18,
absolutely,
22, it's a level playing field.
Correct.
What do you think like is an advantage or a disadvantage in both these age groups?
I think the older founders or the repeat founders, more importantly, have a slight advantage of possibly having been through a building journey before, and hence, being able to avoid a lot of common mistakes. And also, given that they've been through a certain journey before, have a higher degree of confidence in backing themselves for taking large calls. Right. So
I think
for someone like an Ankit, for example, he has a very high degree of confidence when it comes to saying, I'm going to set up a 2 lakh liters per day capacity ice cream plant.
By the way, for
he knows well
people wondering, Ankit is the founder of the brand Hocco, the ice cream brand, which Sauce has taken a huge bet on recently as well.
Yeah. So, for someone like him to say that I'm going to set up within the first 2 years of business, I'm going to set up a huge manufacturing facility. I'm going to set up huge distribution, which means I'm going to invest in freezers, in entire sales team, etc., is a lot more, a lot easier decision because they know exactly how to do it.
They know exactly what,
and they've been through it, right? For someone who's very new, you would be a lot more cautious and measured, and rightly so, because the outcomes are that much more unknown for you. So, I mean, both journeys ultimately end up with a similar-ish outcome, potentially. Like someone who's building from scratch, first-time founder, let's say like Whole Truth, Shashank, is also building a very large-scale outcome.
But he also came with some experience. So
he came with experience of, of personally being through that journey, plus very deep experience from
retail,
Unilever. But the experience of building a digital first brand was pretty much, completely first principles built as he went, right? And he took a route which most people were not taking, which is long form content.
The kind of founders to back and the decisions to back them. Like, I mean, the traits you look at. So we spoke about people who are really experienced. Shashank with his experience at Unilever.
And see, essentially, it's not necessarily the experience at the previous company that matters. It does matter. What matters is how deep have they gone into the space that they are trying to build for, and do they have like a really sharp insight around which they can build the brand, right? And do they bring a set of skills that are really relevant to that particular business?
Okay.
So you take an example of, let's say, Mokobara. Sangeet and Naveen come from having done high value e-commerce, like large e-commerce before, when they were doing, they were at Flipkart and previously at Urban Ladder. And Sangeet had very good understanding of product, and Naveen has out and out really brilliant mind on design and brand. So very complementary skill set to be able to build a disruptive new age brand in a space which had not seen a lot of innovation for the last many years, and which was trying to address a completely new audience from what the current brands used to speak. Right? Similar sort of stories across, if you look at our brands, where either people have some level of expertise built in through their previous experiences, or their their own sort of lived thing, not just professional but personal. Right?
Personally,
for example, Whole Truth, the frustration of going through multiple cycles of weight loss and weight gain, and then realizing that the problem was the packaged food industry in itself, was a very, very personal insight and mission close to the founder's heart, right? So those kinds of founders obviously tend to create very, very high quality brands out there, because then it's built around a very deep personal insight, which you are then able to translate into great products and brand.